Good morning, it's October 25th, 2023, and you're listening to Hot Topic and Fresh News. We have some crucial news for you today. Hurricane Otis, a Category 5 storm, has made landfall near Acapulco, Mexico, bringing with it wind speeds of 165 miles per hour. This storm is the result of the most intense storm intensification ever recorded in the Northeast Pacific Ocean, increasing its peak winds by 90 miles per hour in just 12 hours. The National Hurricane Center warned of a nightmare scenario for southern Mexico, predicting catastrophic damage near Otis's center, life-threatening storm surge, and devastating winds that could cause tornado-like damage. The storm is also expected to dump 8 to 16 inches of rain, causing flash flooding, urban flooding, and mudslides in elevated areas. Scientists attribute the extreme intensification of storms like Otis to human-caused climate change, linking it to an increase in rapid intensification in Atlantic storms over the past few decades. The Mexican president urged people to move to shelters and stay away from rivers and ravines. Meteorologists were stunned by Otis's sudden strengthening, which computer models failed to predict, describing it as a catastrophic failure of modeling. Otis is the fourth tropical storm or hurricane to strike Mexico's west coast in October, following Lydia, Max, and Norma. We will continue to closely monitor the situation and bring you the latest updates as soon as we have them. Good morning, listeners. It's your host, Emily Norma here.
And this is David joining in.
As always, we're thrilled to be with you on Hot Topic and Fresh News. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for your daily dose of news analysis. Now, straight to the hot topics.
Could you provide more details about the extent of the destruction expected from Hurricane Otis?
Absolutely. The National Hurricane Center predicts catastrophic damage near the storm center, both from a life-threatening storm surge and devastating winds that could produce tornado-like damage. Most disturbingly, during Category 5 winds, a high percentage of framed homes will be destroyed, power outages could last for weeks to possibly months, and most of the area could be uninhabitable for weeks or months.
What might be the consequences of the torrential rain forecasted?
The rainfall is expected to produce widespread totals of between 8 to 16 inches, with some localized areas receiving up to 20 inches through Friday. This will lead to flash and urban flooding, along with mudslides in areas of higher terrain.
Do scientists believe there's a link between this extreme intensification and climate change?
Yes, scientists assert that the extreme intensification of storms like Otis, fueled by abnormally warm ocean waters, is made much more probable because of human-caused climate change. A recent study also indicated a noticeable increase in the rapid intensification of Atlantic storms in the past several decades.
On a similar note, I remember when I reported on another devastating hurricane, Patricia, in 2015, which also underwent extreme rapid intensification off Mexico's west coast. These extreme weather events stay with you as a reporter, reminding you of the human cost of these disasters and the undeniable impact of climate change. What's the historical context of Hurricane Otis in the Acapulco region?
Well, this area has no experience with a hurricane as strong as Otis. Acapulco has only been affected by substantially weaker storms since records have been kept. The last hurricane to approach from the south was an unnamed Category 1 in 1951. So, this is definitely uncharted territory for Acapulco.
How are the authorities preparing for this unprecedented event?
Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has said that disaster planning is underway, with people being encouraged to move to shelters and stay away from rivers, streams, and ravines. The state of Guerrero is working in collaboration with the armed forces and Acapulco government to enhance prevention and assistance efforts to the population.
Is it common for meteorologists to be so shocked by a storm's sudden intensification like this?
Rapidly intensifying storms like Otis are often described as a worst-case scenario as they leave little time for warnings and preparations. It's especially challenging when this intensification happens just before landfall. Despite recent improvements in hurricane strength forecasts, predicting rapid intensification, especially for compact storms like Otis, remains a major challenge.
I remember covering Hurricane Harvey back in 2017. Its rapid intensification and the resulting devastation was a stark reminder of how unpredictable and dangerous these storms can be. The anticipation and preparation are almost as stressful as the storm itself. Our thoughts are definitely with those in Acapulco right now. How does Hurricane Otis compare to other significant storms in the region?
It's interesting you ask. Otis draws comparisons to Hurricane Patricia in 2015, which also greatly intensified rapidly off Mexico's west coast and was the most intense hurricane on record in the Northeast Pacific at the time. However, Patricia weakened somewhat before making landfall, unlike Otis.
Has this region faced similar weather disturbances recently?
Yes, Otis is set to become the fourth tropical storm or hurricane to strike Mexico's west coast this month. Its predecessors were Lydia, Max, and Norma. It's been an intense period for this region.
It's indeed concerning to witness these frequent and severe weather events. It reminds us of the importance of proper infrastructure, disaster preparedness, and, of course, the urgent need to address climate change. I hope all our listeners are safe, and my thoughts are with those currently facing these challenging circumstances.
Thank you to all our listeners for tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News today. We've navigated the news together, specifically the daunting developments around Hurricane Otis. Your participation and energy drive us, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Share our podcast with your circles, be it WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, or Twitter, and let's keep the conversations going. We always appreciate your feedback, so if you like today's episode, leave us a comment.
And remember, we return to your airwaves every day, so there's always more to look forward to. Don't ever miss an episode. I mean, who would want to miss out on all this fun and crucial information? Sounds like a bad deal to me.
Absolutely! We're so grateful for your time and company, and we're eagerly looking forward to our next episode. Emily and David, stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news, our channel's content will amuse.